I found that we could only go out for about an hour, and so I used that time in the hour to fix doors, and 7 or 8 hours in the shed making the doors. And I thought the best thing you could do is give something back to the community and encourage the community to sort of, if you like, donate materials, get involved, whether it be the artwork, painting shells. Jean McNaughton, she's a local artist. She's been in here doing quite a bit of her work and showing off, and Marion Dodd. We've had Nick Bone. We've had loads of people all interested. We've had schools, and the answer is this belonging to the people. It's their ownership. So they've claimed this, and once you claimed it, it needs to be looked after, which they do.
And people are getting a lot of benefits, wouldn't you say, John? Health, mentally, physically?
Definitely health benefits, because people like to come along, sit down on the bench there. There's bird feeding station there that Bernadette Rowe has put there.
Yes.
Bernadette Rowe has put some squirrel feeders here as well. So when you look around and you can see where people have been involved, what they've done, what the idea of heaven is, if you like, because they come down here and it's nice and quiet. And it's away from the cycle track. It's away. You could be in a different part of the world, different planet. You know. And then you've got all the noise, the bird song, the nature, its activity, wildlife. You know, it goes on and on. And there's nest boxes here. Just walking in your team, nest boxes, back boxes, and it's great. It's great. And it's going back to the way it used to be. You know, people liked it. It is here, as I say, for people, basically.
Yeah, it's been massive, John. And as a member of staff of the City Council, I think it's only fair to say we really appreciate the not just what you've been doing with the timber work, but the way you've helped. It's just pull the community together around here. And as a new parent, I'm seeing it more and more. The interaction with children down in the woods is just, it's fabulous. It's people's smiles on their faces everywhere, isn't it?
You can hang on to children's innocence, and not only that, parents have got to accompany children, and they share the magic as well.
Yeah, definitely.
And the laughter. So they go away happy.
Yeah.
Happier than when they came.
Absolutely.
And I think if you can go and put a smile on somebody's face, that's it.
Yeah.
You've made it.
Definitely.
And it's all free.
That's the best part of it.
I don't charge a penny.
No. Cheers, John.
Well, I've been rather poor for quite some time. This makes it really makes a difference. I noticed it particularly over the last week when I haven't been here, and I started spiralling downhill again, and I've been here today, an hour or so, and already it feels great. I know how much of a difference it makes. It gets me out of the house, gets me doing something I love. Yeah, it's brilliant for me. It really helps.
It's great to have you, and you volunteer in an extra day a week on top of what you're doing now, aren't you?
Yeah.
You obviously enjoying it a lot.
I do. Yeah. It's brilliant.
Ah, that's great, Billy.
I don't think there's anything better than being out in nature, enjoying this.
Perfect, mate. So, Mel and Polly. Mel, you've been volunteering with us for 10 weeks, is it?
Yeah, it seems forever, but yeah, I have, 10 weeks or so now, yeah.
And you're getting a lot of benefits from it?
Yeah, definitely, yeah, physical and mental, emotional, everything actually. It's just really nice to be outside in the countryside and just making a difference, you know, seeing your local green spaces responding to the work that everybody's doing. It's just fab, really love it.
Yeah, and with you being local, you get to appreciate them as much in a personal space as well as a voluntary space,
don't you? Yeah, I live locally, so I'm up here every other day at least, so it's just nice to see how things are improving and what work needs doing, and yeah, it's just really nice meeting other people as well along the way. It's just great.
Yeah, I must
really
admit.
Good project.
Yeah, it's great. And Polly, it's your first day today volunteering. You contacted me out of your own sort of back, didn't you? And you enjoying it?
Yeah. Well, I recently moved down to Cornwall, and I want to learn about the land
Yeah.
I live in. On.
Yeah.
And everyone I've met so far has been lovely, and yeah, it's great. Just a chance to get into a different frame of mind.
Excellent. All right. Cheers,
Thanks
Polly.
for having me.
Cheers. Are you enjoying it?
Loving it.
Yeah?
Good bunch of people. Get on all right. Have a laugh. Have a giggle. All nice team camaraderie and everything.
Yeah. It's social side of it, isn't
Social side as well.
it? Yeah.
And I'm still learning, so
Brilliant.
it's nice.
That's great. And you like being in the green spaces, don't you?
Yes.
Because I've seen you're outside of volunteering. You're always out here, aren't you?
Yes. I rather, because I'm always walking in the country or seeing the natives and the fat and the animals and stuff, and making sure they're all right, like rabbits and squirrels and stuff. Brilliant.
You love seeing it, don't you, mate?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that. So, and it's nice to do something, and it's nice.
Yeah, so you're giving something back in a
Yeah.
way.
For
Yeah.
a change.
Yeah, well, no, we all
Makes a
appreciate
change.
having you, Gary, as well, mate. Cheers.
You put the gravel next to the bench, and then the wood chip. Yes, the wood chips on top of the gravel, and that's work. Worried about that? Well, I've only seen you this year, only 2021.
That's true. Yeah. But maybe again in the future, you never know.
Yes. I'll never know.
You never know. And do you like being outside in the open space?
Well, yeah, so first of all, when I first met you, I had ask Italian Truro.
Oh yeah.
Italian Truro, and well, it's quite sad I'm leaving. Well, I'm leaving anyway. I'm at Kiel in September with Lewis Angley.
And what have you enjoyed about being with Learn Your Way?
I think it's the lunch.
The lunch?
And the break time when I go on my phone and look on Cuphead.
Oh yeah.
Whatever, and on all
Do you get to eat your lunch with your friends?
Well, when I'm alone, I eat it in the work away room with Lewis.
Regal oak, ash, elm, sycamore willow, birch, pine, yew, druid circle, sacred grove, time scribe, not swirl, free mankind, memory trunk, carbon convert to, go hug a relative today.
Ah, that's lovely, mate.
Peace off.
The most important part for me on my mare year is to make sure we don't leave any groups out. And Chris, the team, the parks, we've already cemented the one end. Just to be able to come down here and just to be actually in the midst, right next to the river, like I said earlier. It's just, we're not leaving the groups out. And meeting the Learn Your Way group, that
Oh,
is
yeah.
helping out, that was just, so far that's been the highlight of my mayorship.
Oh, wow, that's brilliant.
Just amazing group.
They are.
And they are
They're
the
a
ones
great group.
helping to do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's great to know, Steve, yeah.
Out of the house, away from my TV and computers and stuff. I mean, as tempting as it is to just stay at home and do all that stuff because I've got so much, it's alright to spend a couple of hours away from it, you know, in the outdoors.
And what is it that you like about being out here? Is it like the fresh air and green spaces? And
I suppose just trying to sort things out, you know, try and make some degree of an impact for people.
yeah, so you want to give something back to the community?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're definitely doing that.
And leave with you.
You alright, Jordan?
Right, Jordan? Yes.
So you enjoying being down here?
Did you were down here?
Do you like it?
Do you like it? Yes.
You do?
You do? Yes.
So, Jordan?
Jordan? Yes.
Are you really enjoying being with all your friends here and being in the woods?
When in the woods?
Yeah?
Yes.
You do?
You do? Yes.
And are you enjoying what we're doing today?
Doing today?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's great.
That's great.
Alright, Jordan, thank you.
Jordan, thank you. Yes.
We're right next to the city of Cornwall. Just, you know, we don't even have to drive here. It's literally right next to us. It's on our doorstep. This is our garden, you know. This is nature's garden. We got the cathedral and we got the nature's cathedral right here. We can't improve on this. It's got to be protected and maintained.
Absolutely.
Mainly protected.
Hello.
You alright?
Yes, thank you.
So you're volunteering with us today?
Yeah.
What have we been doing?
Look at this, smarter.
Yeah, we're making the path look smarter.
Yeah.
Can you remember what we did in the other field before we came here?
Spiders, they do spiders.
We did look for spiders. Did we see some?
One.
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah.
Was it nice to see
It
it?
was.
So, you know when you come out here with us, and we've got Ollie and Daisy here helping as well, do you enjoy it?
Yeah.
What is it you enjoy about it?
Working hard.
And do you like being out in the green space?
Yeah.
And does it make you feel better?
It does.
So, do you look forward to it each week?
Yeah.
And what else do you enjoy about being out here with us?
Working with Chris.
Oh, that's good to know.
I just enjoy coming out of the house, you know. I spend a lot of time in my room.
Yeah.
So getting out and about is really good exercise.
Yeah, and do you feel better for it?
Yeah, I feel better for it afterwards as well.
Yeah. So did you manage to get out much through the week, or is this your main time?
This is my main time, really.
Yeah, and you come regular now, don't you?
Yeah, I come
pretty much
regularly.
every
I've been
week.
coming there for like the past 2 months now.
Brilliant.
Yeah, it's been good fun.
Yeah, and you're enjoying pulling Himalayan balsams,
Yeah, I'm enjoying it very much, yes.
That's brilliant. Cheers, mate. Jean's been doing a lot of the artwork here, such as this amazing barn owl. So you've walked these woods for a long time, haven't you, Jean?
Yes, I used to walk through here before it was a proper walk. I used to slither through the mud, past all the broken bottles and cans and old tyres, and it's great to have it as a walk. It's lovely.
And the artwork you've been doing, Jean's pretty amazing. I know you're quite modest, but it's bringing a lot of joy to a lot of children and locals, but you must get a lot out of
I do.
your artwork, yeah.
Yeah, I do. I've only started doing it in my retirement, really, and it's nice to draw the things around me and the plants around me. There's so much down here. I want to get more down here.
You love walking these woods, don't you, Jean?
I do. Yeah, I walk them most days.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a pleasure to have you in them, Jean, I must be honest. Seeing you every day and your little phone calls telling me, you constantly phoning me and telling me about wildlife rescues and dangers, yeah. So would you say you get more benefit on a daily basis just managing to walk regular?
I mean, you can, everybody gets a bit cheesed off and fed up, and you can go out your front door in a grumpy mood, but do my block and come back and I'm a different person.
Amazing. Fantastic.
It's therapeutic down here, it's lovely. And I've met some nice people as well.
Amazing, thanks Jean.
Gravel, and we've also been cutting trees to make the side of the path here to make it nice and neat for the people who want to walk.
Excellent. And what do you enjoy about doing this, Jeff?
Mixing with other people, working with you, getting out due to the COVID circumstances, just being able to hang around with my mates and actually do some work.
Do you always feel better?
Being stuck in the classroom. Yes, I do. Like,
Dan, you love it as well, don't you?
Yes, I do like it.
Yeah, what is it you enjoy most about being out here?
Just being out and just doing all the work and stuff, just enjoying doing the trails and stuff, cutting trees down, like, yeah.
And Toby, you enjoy it, mate?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, what have you been doing today?
Well, we've been coming here, of course.
Yeah, excellent. You've enjoyed it too, mate?
Mm-hmm.
That's great. Thanks, guys. Okay.
I've been coming down here since before my accident, actually. I was walking a dog before I broke my neck. And then for the last 30 years, not the same dog, it didn't last that long. But I was walking my first dogs were disabled down here, 25 years ago. But I could never come down here on the field, I could never approach the river. Whereas now, being able to come down here and all the way along the bottom, we've done it today, right next to the river. And water's just so healing. I'm a meditator and I teach meditation. And just to be able to sit there next to the water, just...
Fabulous.
It's just magic what you've done here. I mean, just for people to come and enjoy it without even working on it is important. But I just think if people get more of a sense of ownership as well, don't they? And we're more likely to look after it
100%.
if we've taken part and understand it a bit. Because it's just magic, and you do a bit of unofficial teaching, don't you? Pick out some of the there's some amazing species around it. Until I started going to Dorpers Moor that I didn't even know about.
Yeah, oh yeah. I mean, the wildflower spread and insects we have out here is incredible.
But sorry, this isn't Dorpers Moor, this is the Northern Meadows. Northern Meadows?
Northern Meadows, Coosbean, yeah, that's what we call it. Yeah. But another really good example of how community interaction has helped with mental health is the Enchanted Trail on the other side of Coosbean. That footpath was opened up originally with community groups. There's a parallel track to the cycle track, but it's turned what was a bit of a no-go area and a place where people have camps and maybe drug users would go into a family trail. So a lot of the local community have started making fairy doors. John Rowe over there's almost made it his little baby, but it's to give him a new sense of ownership of the woodland, and he's now become quite well known. They've set up, as a family, they've set up a Facebook group that's got a huge following, and people from all over the county have now started to come visit the trail, and a lot of the local community members have now started to add things to the fairy doors. So like people within that community might have been suffering, especially from COVID, or they might have had young family leave, and now they can interact again by putting these little gifts in the fairy doors, and all of a sudden that whole community have got a sense of ownership of that wood, and they come together and they create and they help each other out, and it's mental health is definitely benefiting. I know John unfortunately lost his son a lot of years ago, and there's a lot of memories in that wood for him. So now he's created something that he can enjoy with the whole community. So it has
woodlands have a real nice way of interacting and interlinking a lot of different community groups.
It's nice to think about fairies in them as well.
Well, exactly.
Certainly during lockdown,
Yeah.
the first lockdown specifically, the weather was nice, and we actually did a bit of home learning and some nature trails and things they could find, beginning with a certain colour or a certain
Amazing.
name or something. But it's just a safe, quiet environment to come to when you need to get out and about.
And it seems to me that your children love it down here. They always keep themselves entertained, and
They do. I know they play in the stream, play around the woodland bit.
it's amazing.
And it's looking great. Transformation is almost right before your eyes.
Well, we're getting there.
The home, it's accessible, it's well run, well looked after, but it's just a little bastion of, like Steve said, of just for mindfulness and just for immersion into nature, and just for the benefits that brings, both mentally, physically, spiritually. It's just beautiful. We can sit here and not realise that we're practically in the centre of Truro, and apart from the train going past and the odd motorbike walking around a distance away, all you can hear is the sound of nature, the birds, watch the insects, the butterflies, the number of pollinators and different forms is just phenomenal. And the number of flowers, so many beautiful native sort of British flowers everywhere, and it's brilliant. Yeah, and it's very healing. If you had a hard day, come down here and just let it all just slide off you like a Teflon suit. It's just really good to. And like Steve was saying, I went in the first lockdown last year. It was quite a hard period for a lot of people, and I found it very useful to come down and do some mindfulness in the mornings, watching the sunrise, especially when the weather was really good at the beginning part. It was nice to come down in the early hours, keeping an eye out for the elusive kingfisher, and doing a bit of mindfulness and just waking up and listening to nature wake up. It was great for the stress and the worry and the anxiety.
Small bits. You did, and cutting those small bits out of the tree, we then put it into that pile over there, don't we?
Yes, over there.
And those piles come together and make what we call a brush pile or a habitat pile.
Yeah.
Insects and things can get in there, can't they?
Yes.
So do you enjoy doing this?
Yes, I did.
What is it about being here that you enjoy?
I like doing the gravel thing, the stones.
Putting the gravel down under the bench back there?
Yes.
For drainage, yeah, that was enjoyable, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And do you like being with all your friends?
Yes.
What is it? What sort of things do you enjoy doing with your friends?
I like laugh with Cameron and Toby Wright.
Yeah.
And Cameron has some other friends.
Yeah. And do you like being outside?
Yes.
What is it you enjoy about being outside?
Sit in the sun outside.
That's it. It's lovely weather, isn't it? Yeah.
And have lunch there.
You can have lunch outside as well.
Yeah.
And do you like learning when you're outside as well?
Yeah.
Is it easy because of the peaceful sounds when you're outside?
Yes.
Yeah, rather than inside all the time.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks very much, Lewis.
Thank you so much.
Every Tuesday afternoon now, Chris. 6 weeks, and 6 weeks of absolute fun and pleasure for everybody involved, so really enjoying it.
And what sort of benefits do you think people are getting from coming on this service?
Well, I mean, speaking for myself as well, it's been really hard coming out of COVID. We've been locked up for so many weeks. Certainly just in embracing your natural surroundings, getting out into the countryside is so great for your own well-being, but particularly your mental health. I know my confidence has certainly improved because you're engaging with more people. But just speaking to others who are part of this programme, it's been really key to building their social skills and their confidence, you know, when we've all been locked up. So yeah, it's brilliant.
That's fantastic.
It's a lovely bed, and the effect it's having on the people who live here and the people who go past, even people who come into town shopping, they're making a point of walking past this bed now. There's a lady who lives up the road here. She says if she's feeling a bit down, she can walk along this bed. Cheers her up because she's experiencing all these flowers, and we're trying to plant things that attract lots of pollinators. I've seen painted ladies down here right in the middle of Truro. Bumblebees, of course, no end, and hopefully lots of other insects as well.
We didn't have any trees, we wouldn't have any oxygen, would we? But the problem is, there's too many people out there. They're just destroying these trees for money, aren't they?
It's a shame, isn't it?
They're guaranteed we need the furniture and stuff, but we don't want to cut down a whole jungle, do we? I mean, look what's happening to the Amazon. Pretty much half that jungle burnt down.
It's such a shame, isn't it?
Awful.
So we have to help protect
we need
woodlands.
to do something about it.
Yeah, it's true, Fraser.
Yeah.